Mm. All right. I think I'm live now. Yeah. Welcome back to my expanded divine panel of the Infinite Eight to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. This is Project Architect, number 6, which is the Lover's card. So, the Lover's card doesn't always have to be like a pluralized thing. This is more like self-actualization, okay, with no aggressors nor inhibitors. This is well balanced. This is moving beyond the Four of Wands self-realization. So it's like, you know what you have, and you've taken inventory, and now it's about putting them to use. And so I think this is just more about not like a how to do type of arena, but just like things I need to hear right now. So this is number 6, how to make it on my own. You know, so going with that, excuse me. This is also to gain some perspective. I'm going through my wardrobe and going through some things. And so before I do away with some things, I have to try them out. And here, like, I haven't worn a bikini in a long as time, and it looks different, you know, when you kind of like stand up and whatnot versus sit down. But I just figured I should take some accountability for, you know, what I appear to be at current state versus, you know, versus like, you know, things are different from how you see yourself, like versus here versus there. And like I want to be comfortable in kind of like all situations, feel good with myself. And so sometimes you don't know until you really like know. So anyway, using the romantic tarot for this particular one, this is just the energy cards. 5 of Pentacles on the left side, the recipient side, which is it could be working with like mindset, but this is more about practicality. Um, yeah. I think the whole world is suffering right now, economically anyway. Feeling the feels of it anyway. And on the right side is the Sutures card, the doing side. See? So, again, this is about getting into the vibe when things are not as, what would you say about that? Not as facilitating, I guess. Facilitating, is that the term for it? Let me get situated here a little bit more. Okay, where are my protection earrings? All right, are these the ones for me, or are these ones? Let's see. Ah! Oh, these fit so much better. These ones hardly ever do the thing, so I'm just gonna switch to them. Because, you know, because I want to. I want to. Anyway. Putting them on. Yeah, way better. When these match, they really, really match. So, I'm gonna go for it. Okay, there. Better. Okay. So, I'm gonna work on my posture. All right. Okay, so those are the energy cards. Okay, are we gonna get the Segue cards from this? Segue cards from this. I think part of this also is like, I think the energies around me already like kind of work out or are in shape or are, what do you call it? Are, um, or have a high metabolism or something, because I've been eating like crazy and sparingly working out, like not bare, like bare minimum, and I haven't been working my arms out at all. um just more of like my leg area, but that's it. That's really it. So I figured if I'm this close to just, you know, feeling like, oh, I'm I'm putting the work in, because I notice like when I take advantage of I mean, how do I say it? Take it for granted. Mm, then I, you know, I get more upset when I have to feel like I have to really catch up. So I might as well just put in the work now, um, as an extracurricular. And I think I'll feel better as well, um, because even though the crutch method of other energies, other supportive energies who are more on point are benefiting me, I feel like uh, it'll make that much more of a difference when I put in um, my own investment. Anyway, Nine of Wands in reversal. Um, that's a segue. Not showing up. Falling, tripping, falling. So this could be like falling for energies or getting tripped up. Okay. Either way, it's a distraction in. It's something in the way. Okay. The Fool card. Yeah, it's definitely something in the way. Getting tripped up. Falling. 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 I think actually, no. I think things are falling into place. Because this is like steadily, readily available, and kind of losing one's stance could be like sea legs, or falling for someone, or falling down, or like tripping up, right? So this is like things are falling into place. I feel like that's what it is. Okay, well, we'll get some more information here. I feel like that. Okay. So, segue cards. A little supplemental. Okay, the Empress in reverse and Ace of Pentacles. This looks like, okay, so when I get falling from here, falling into place, this is almost like a discernment of, I'm already positioned in, and this might also be for my collective. Yes, I feel like that. I check the energies anyway. And what was I going to say about this? Oh yeah, so in the falling part, this kind of made me feel like the tower moment, the energies that are falling from it. So you know, when there's big decisions, there's big life changes. And so what is it, and they all fall down. Ring around the posies, or ring around the posies, pocket full of posies. That's what, I don't remember it being duplicated. And anyway, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. And so some learn how to fly, some don't. Some end up finding like a cable or cord or whatever, some kind of degree of grace in which like we don't plummet to our death. And so this is the things are kind of with all that I've read so far, I feel as though like I'm already positioned into like there's into a safety net, because like this is the Ace of Pentacles. This is an investment. It's an automatic investment, this next step. And so there are greater forces in coming into play here. This is well-loved energy, well cared for. I'm picking up from the previous reading, which was like, I think a 45-minute reading. It felt so quick. I was just like, what? Anyway, header cards. Header cards are going to come from this, I think. Yeah, header cards are going to come from here. I was, oh, that was the Empress card. I was starting to get really quaky with, you know, figuring shit out, but at least it made me like, you know, anxious enough to clean up my room and clear my head, and just focus on the things that, like I have lingering projects from, you know, pre-Christmas, and so it's just like one thing at a time. I forget about that. All right, so header. No, this is like a being put on notice card. Oh my god, it's the sun card. It's happiness. It's super duper happiness. Like, they're just basically saying, go out, enjoy the sun. I was deciding on whether or not I was going to go to the beach. And I don't even know still if I'm going to go to the beach. It's already 5:34 a.m. And this is basically for the 111 portal. But I have not gone to bed yet. I'm not sleepy. I'm not tired. I don't know. Like, yesterday, I went to bed finally at 8 a.m. And it's been like that the day before. And I realized that was the only thing that got me out of this, like, fighting this new schedule. You know, because, like, some occultists will try to, especially if they're trying to mess with you, or, like, you know, what is it? Bite into your energy, link themselves up to you. Uh, well, at least for me, I'm sensitive enough where it can throw me off a bit. And so, so instead of fighting it, I found that I got a lot more done and felt a lot better with just going with the new timing. And I can better regulate from there. But as soon as I had resistance to it, like automatically, it's just like it's more exhausting. It produces a more exhausting effect. So, I mean, yesterday, there was probably 2 more hours left in the day before sundown. So maybe I'll get the same. I don't know. I don't feel really drained or exhausted. Let's see here. Okay, so 7 of Wands, Death in reversal, Hierophant in reverse, 6 of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and Temperance in reverse. So there's extremes with the waves, let's say, because we were just talking about the beach, and it's a cyclical effect. So it's affecting more than just myself. It's affecting also my kin crew, and so with that, we have to like kind of like bend the rules a bit, kind of like a barometer, feeling the pressures out there without being succumbed to the forces. So it's being more like limber with that. Yeah. So being more limber. This is a transformational time which up levels us. So any like worries that I had and scurrying between readings and not vibing with certain readers and then having to cut some off because I'm noticing some gold digging like energy, nosy, just more so gold digging energy. And I was already put on notice to be able to see that, and I can't allow anyone to feel what you call it, insulted by it, because the more I approach the world in in fuller awareness, it does really feel like a simulation where, how do I say this? This is not degrading everyone else, but this is more like, and I presume that this is like the kaleidoscope effect with me and my, excuse me, me and my collective. Oh, I got the chills. Look at that. Do you see them? Goosebumps. I presume that we're experiencing the same, where to each of us, we're positioned in a way where everyone else is like an NPC, including that of my collective. So they must see me also similarly. Let me just double check here. Just to, this is a scenario, like a simulation, where everyone's like kind of playing their part, and to see what, how we would really respond. So this is like practice jousting almost. I really feel like that. Because I don't feel like I have to trash everybody, like, you know, a lot of my collective, but I had to definitely say goodbye to some. So anyway, let me just double check here. And some, I felt like, I guess with these new gifts, I started feeling s- queasy. Is that how you call it? Sick to my stomach, and I knew why. I knew why, and so I had to also let go of a couple others. And so I would suspect, you know, others to have to do the same. So anyway, this is just kind of like an FYI message. I'm not the only one going through this, and just to honor those gut feelings after, especially after double checking on the energy, because you know there are people who are, you know, still doing dumb shit, and it's just being discerning. So so there's that. Okay, so the header cards now. Okay, this is just like an FYI. Okay. Okay, header cards. Okay. 3, 2, 1, cheese. Ooh, okay. So Knight of Pentacles and Ace of Wands. Okay. Okay. This is, again, I have to just double check this. How to make it on my own. Okay. Okay. So this is kind of like finals, you know, in its casual sense. How to make it on my own. Okay. Independent studies and independent applications. Okay, I'm the one writing the paper. I'm the one doing this project. I'm the one that has to do the presentation, etc. And so with my collective. So Knight of Pentacles. I mean, like going through the stressors of earlier tonight, between readings. I'm just like looking at my room. I feel so much better. Holy crap! I feel so much better, and I did work out a little bit. But yeah, I feel so much better. So sometimes my guides are a little like, you know, weird about how to get me, you know, out of the loop. And so once I realized that my mind was going in a loop of you know, other stressors and past stressors, I decided to jump onto here. Knight of Pentacles on the left side. Okay, definitely bringing it along. Okay, things are carrying along just fine. Okay, this is saying that I am already equipped, and I'm equipped as I move along. Okay, this is just reassurance that I have everything that I need at my disposal and usage now. Okay, moving forward. The right side, the doing side, is this is a boost. Well, this is creativity. This is intuitively drawn to what needs to be done. So how do I differentiate between the two of, you know, what to do and what not to do, you know? Because I haven't received any other downloads as to how to rectify my situation. I have not. So, here. Okay, we'll get some clues here. Okay, how to do it on my own. What do I need to hear right now? All right. Nine of Pentacles in reversal. Three of Wands in reversal, and Three of Cups. Master number 33 is a master communicator. Celebration is in order. This is codependency, though? Is that right? No, Nine of Pentacles is a codependent card, though. Yeah, I'm just questioning things also because looking at the angel numbers from my previous reading, it was talking about the importance of teamwork. And I'm like, what the fuck? After, like, what? Okay, well, teamwork doesn't mean that I have to settle, right? Settle for, regular, degular partners, unless I'm being regular, degular about my ways. So, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. What is this? Codependent energy. Codependent energy. This is telling me that I don't need to sell, like, we're already all here together, okay? So we might as well celebrate all together. In, I think, 2 or 3 readings ago, the Three of Cups, I remember depicted something like people were still giving me like stank face, like it was in their micro expressions, and in a sense I got that from female energy, but it doesn't have to be female energy. It's just the impression of energies. And so spirit's like, celebrate what you can, and don't automatically exclude yourself. Just take what you can get out of a situation that is has its opportune time as presented, but don't like weigh in on it too much. Like, don't think too much about it. Take your notes accordingly. I'm there for a certain reason, so I don't automatically, again, have to exclude myself. Uh, Nine of Pentacles in reversal. Yeah, so this is kind of like, this is just partaking in it all together. Okay. So that's what I need to hear right now. Okay. So one thing is that, high pitch ringing, 5:46 a.m. 24:03 on the clock. Very high pitch ringing on my right ear. Very loud, very high pitch ringing. Okay, so that is 100% right about that. That's so sweet. I like it when I receive messages that are, confirmed from the angels. Hold on, my lips are getting dry. I think I finished almost all of my tea, so can't. Oh my gosh, I am. Look at my lips. They're dry. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so one thing about it is that it doesn't mean that like I have to give people too many chances nor waste my time and say yes to every engagement. But like, if there's something for each of us to celebrate and we're all in the same place, of course, I might have a different preference in how to celebrate, but if everybody has like a champagne glass poured, something to that effect, then just go with that, and and let other people's energy do the talking. Like, if I were to exclude myself, or if any of my collective were to exclude themselves from a situation like that, that's like it's jumping the gun, kind of. That's making the move a little too early. Like, if you have your stagecoach waiting for you already, your Uber already waiting for you, then you don't have to spend too long. You don't have to commit too much to it, and you can just go off on your own preferences. But like, people who automatically exclude themselves from even just like the slightest micro expressions, passive anger, basically. Um, how do I say it? Label themselves as like um, separate, I guess. So you let you don't how do I say it? It's speaking too early on it. So you let other people kind of show where you stand, hmm with them, more publicly, and then that's that. So yeah, okay. So for me, like, I can be very cutthroat in like how I said goodbye to certain psychics, just like, no thanks, and ousted them from my feed. um yeah. And did I make any error in that? I don't feel like I did. I really don't feel like I did, because let me see here. No, I made the right choices. Yeah, I made the right choices with those. Okay. All right. Anything more? I said more on this one. All right. How to make it on my own. Okay. Eight of Cups in reverse and the Hermit card in reverse. Okay. So this is a huge come up. A huge come up. There's personal enlightenment. Like, battled a certain demon, and not being so extremist of whether or not they belong or whether or not I belong. It's just simply taking note. There's a gray area here, is what they're saying on the come up. Yeah, I just recently saw something on my feed where I think Tommy something, I forget what his last name is, but he's in Living Color, and it was just a short on his like experiences with J-Lo, as a fly girl, and from In Living Color, just seeing her, I think through, two, at least three instances of after the fact, and every time he approached, she was just very flat with her energy, very like, didn't want to be there, didn't want him to be there, just like, mm, nearly gray rock method. And I didn't know if it was like, because like there's a lot of things that we don't see behind the scenes, so I didn't come up with like a formal conclusion, because again, we're blinded to all the details of whatever transpired, and it was only a snippet, right? So but the impression that it gave me was, I wasn't sure if she felt that he was like kind of reaching for a come up, or if she thought she was just too good for him now, to even socialize and associate with him, or if there was bad blood in the background, while trying to advance when she was back, while she was working those shifts, or if she was just, it couldn't have been a bad day, not that repetitive. So, yeah, so I without having to, be so extreme, and just keeping things in check and less automated. Eight of Cups. Yeah, this is a big come up. So battling that that notion, like, oh, everybody's gonna come out to get you, like the curse of the lottery. Okay, moving on to this. All right. So what do I need to know? What do I need to know? How to make it on my own. Project Architect. This is number 6. This is about building each other up. So this, okay. This is 8 of Pentacles in reverse, the Death card. Knight of Swords, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and 3 of Swords. What the heck? Does this have to do with what we just talked about? No. This is what I need to hear. Okay. So 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. All right. So how to make it on my own. Okay. So it should be easy peasy. Those who don't put in the work, that just happen to be there during opportune times, are, it's just a quick goodbye. Hold on, let me just double check. Is there something more to it? No, that's it. And it's also showing that the goodbye should also be effortless. Yeah, effortless and quick, very brief. Should not offer no further opportunity to come back. Yeah, like no mixed messaging, no niceties at that. Just done with grace and respect, but more so the clarity of closure. And so 3 of Swords, yeah, Master number 33. It's, yeah, clear communication, even if it hurts. It's Master number 33 reappearing here. So how to make it on my own is being forward. It's about advancing. It's about advancing, not as like trampling over people, but it's just being straightforward. Straightforward communication. That's it. Without any prefix, like, I don't mean to hurt you. I don't mean to. This may come off blah blah. No. None of that, dude. None of that. I've lived my life for so long doing that shit, and it's like just another paragraph added. Like just another, like a few more. Like, dude, do you know how many seconds and minutes and whatever accumulated of my life have been devoted to softening up bad news, or that no, 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 no. No, no more. No more. I'm becoming better at that in my emails, ever since what did I last say that? Oh, the day I was motioned to stiffen up, and what you call it? Yeah, just basically, I forget what it was. It was like, fuck those fuckers trying to fuck me over. That was funny. That was funny. I remember being very firm on that energy. Um, yeah, yeah, definitely. Okay, so more on this. This, okay. So what else do I need to hear? Okay, the Star in reverse, Three of Wands in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse, and Queen of Cups. Yeah, this is just maintaining one's cool. And this is also surrendering to the light. This is also I have no more for you. That kind of energy. Move on. Three of Cups in reversal. Yeah, this is, and Three of Wands in reversal. Again, Master number 33 is coming through over here. What's here? This is about believing in oneself also. Yeah, preserving that light as well. And making wishes for the better. Like, and so with that, bookending this here, this is when there's a presentation of when you have to hang up the like old shits and giggles, or like the what we envision as good times, like the idealization of coming together and celebrating, like it's like you can only like sometimes you have to like see what's in front of you, and sometimes you have to be able to see between the difference between when someone's not being cooperative versus adamant about, what is it? What's that word for it? Adamant about resolution or inclusion, insubordination. Yeah. You have to know the difference, seeing whatever's there, about being like what the difference is between the two. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, with another reader, it was the same thing, same repeat of a lesson, that even though somebody was good about detecting certain details and the energy of reading, I noticed they focused more on the like gossipy side, like the drama side, and I knew where that was coming from. More for like the ratings aspect, so it was very shallow in its interests, but also originally the energy, um, mm, when I was more detached from them, I noticed that they had a lot of disapprovals with how I conducted life, based on the details that they saw, and it was very biased to their belief systems. And so I saw the disapprovals diminish the more I went into the readings, only because they saw the kickback, the benefits, the perks of my energy, and my associations to boosting their forum, you know? And so I didn't like that. That felt icky. That felt like gold digger energy. And I mean, that's what I recognized. It didn't just feel like it, it was a recognition that it was hypocritical of that energy to conduct oneself in that fashion, with their like belief toting ways, and I just knew that that energy was just inconsistent with how they conducted themselves, and they could I couldn't rely on them to show up consistently for me, because from what I've seen thus far in the patternings, it was very much doctored. And so those, I feel like I have conveyed enough without being too detailed, um, to depict the energy for those to understand. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So what is this showing me? Ah, the Empress card. Oh wait, no, is that the? I open to that. Just rest, my pretty. I guess I'm supposed to go to sleep soon. It's 6:03 a.m. It's the High Priestess opening up to the King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's energy that is very much unfulfilled. They use trigger words. They use like clickbait type of energy on it, on feels, on the feels. So just very manipulative energy, injustice to the world, and I already know this. They know. I think this is a jealousy energy, jealous energy, definitely jealousy. Um, yeah, somebody with a big chip on their shoulder. And this energy is younger than I am, probably approximately like 10 years younger. Yeah, so I have to give them leeway, just like excuse them from the table, or excuse myself from this table, and move on. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Okay, so it's no real hard feelings. It's I just gave this energy far too many excuses to keeping on. So that energy is just severed from my plate. Okay. What else? What else would you like to convey? Okay, how to make it on my own. So tell me a little bit more. Rather, okay, what opened up to this? Five of Cups in reverse and the Hermit card. So this is a goodbye, a graceful goodbye. Again, the Hermit card in upright though. This is landing in darkness, a little bit of isolation, a little bit more like quarantine, like some. Is this right? Is this me? No, it's them. It's yeah. So this is not moving in haste. This is just the energy that I truly see as is. This is not leaving with it being like a personal item, a personal issue, but just an observation of energy, which they're left to consider on their own. Yeah. It's not that I don't believe in this energy to come to those understandings and learnings on their own. This is more like I'm leaving you to allow for that to happen. But I've seen myself become very dominant in other people's readings when I visit, and I realize I have a whole other collective to consider, and so I don't want to suck up the energy in the room. um yeah, dominating with my affiliations, coming through. And so it's just for the best. Yeah, and not to get confused if people misstep and or misread or have biased opinions of their own. So it just offers more clarity to my path and just trusting in myself on how to move forward. So, how to make it on my own. Let's go forward with this. Okay, it's been nearly 45 minutes. How crazy is that? Okay. All right, 10 of Swords. This is killer energy. Killer energy. Okay. Yeah, no more excuses. I've just seen too many instances of it. And then I also had that red flag of this energy does like spell work in the background, that I just can't trust. It's I've seen that energy before, and so I call back all my energy, essence, gifts, powers, strength, um, properties, passions, pursuits, and prospects, absolutely in full from that energy. It's just like knowing that, I retract them and send them to the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for reforming, to live in light energy and to be refortified in me. Only me, hassle free, no doubt, and no attachment except for all bonus points included. All right, I think that's it for right now. So let me go ahead and get some closure cards for this, like how to make it on my own. So this is signifying being able to, when you can kill off energies that you oughta, with respect, with diligence, and grace, then you know, I can do that on multiples. Okay, there's several here. Okay. This is Six of Cups and the Hangman card in reversal. So, oh, this is bringing like the real ones to the crowd. Like, okay, so, they say that a friend to everyone was something like an enemy, is actually an enemy. But like, I feel like they're an enemy to themselves when they're a friend to everyone. Yeah. I mean, someone can be very well versed, but I believe everyone's well versed enough, like has it in them to like have different aspects displayed with them, that like it's just like you can't really trust people who are trying to play it safe, basically. Yeah, definitely. So the real ones come up. The real ones see the real ones. Okay. All right. So some closure cards. I think that's the closure cards. And that's something that I do need to hear. Okay. So basically, if this if we removed the people out of the equation and substituted them for situations in our lives, certain decisions in our lives, I guess this still reads the same. So the main takeaway is that, you know, you would have guessed it, patterns repeat in our lives through different sources. And just to kindly affirm, kindly remind you, remind us that it's the same formula, same product. So something has to change in the patterning, other than a single digit. Definitely. Interesting. Okay. All right. So takeaways time, yeah? Yes. Okay. So one. This is the first deck to go. Okay. Second, and then this is the third. All right. So first deck, bottom takeaway is the Empress card. Woo woo. Divine Feminine in check. Okay. Two of Cups on the top of the deck. So the things are in good order. Okay. There's still some like housekeeping to do, basically. But that's an ongoing thing. You know, you can't freeze up your life because you're worried, or you can't exclude like any pets in the house or whatever because you're worried about like you got to live your life, right? So yeah, like there's always going to be cleaning up or tidying up. Yeah. So it's kind of like, you know how sand gets everywhere, and I only know this like having to rent a car from, you know, a certain car accident, and so part of the issue was that they would charge you for a certain fee if you had sand in the car, if you know, because it's so hard to clean out. So I couldn't go to the beach. I couldn't, you know, I had to live my life a little bit more rigid during those days. So here it's just saying like toddlers are fun. They are really fun. So everybody knows that when you have toddlers, your car goes to shit. There's like Cheerios here and there. There's crumbs everywhere, and so just consider that part in fun. Okay, you don't want to compromise um, your life um, to be so rigid as to. I think the implication is giving to other people's considerations over oneself. Yeah, definitely. Like, how would that look, you know? And so, all right, so there's that. Okay, bringing in the goods with the goods. Okay, bottom of the deck to this is Eight of Swords again in reversal. It's freedom. Top of the deck, no secret to the sauce, is Five of Swords. It's the upper hand. That's 13 swords total. It is reminiscent of the Death card. And it was, when I put it down, it was also turning it accentuated on the top card. So this is a huge one up. Bottom of the deck to this is Ten of Pentacles in reverse. A great deal of wealth. As far as like personal wealth. Top of the deck, King of Cups. Okay, that's a hold on. That's a big admirer type of energy. They are like a spiritualist, I feel like. They're in the field anyway. Healer, they could be a doctor of some sorts. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so two takeaways for my super duper refined divine collective. Okay, first one. Nine of Wands in reverse, followed up by I'm slouching again. Seven of Pentacles, clarified by Queen of Swords. Waiting. What? This is the energy of someone else in your energy. What? It is external, and it's there's a Queen of Swords, someone who has no problem telling the truth or receiving the truth, just as long as the truth. She's jaded because so many don't understand that or pretend to understand that. Anyway, a great deal of patience, like just standing by or waiting by. Maybe waiting for things to fall into place. If not, this could be somebody that yeah, falling into place. Yeah, falling into place. Okay. Also opting out, not showing up. Yeah, not showing up to something, just using patience as a resource. Yeah, definitely. That was that was the confirmation. Okay. I'm gonna move these kind of closer. All right, so okay, your second takeaway is strength. Okay, very nice. Clarified by Knight of or King of Wands in reversal. Clarified by the Tower card. This is crazy. On on another note, it looks like you have what? Hold on. Well, there's a player here. A player for sure. Who there's an area of strength here, like a strong hand at something. Not 100% of that time. Like sometimes the strength is displayed in like innocence almost, like the soft skill set basically of like the undertones. Like there's an undercoat and there's an overcoat of this type of energy in strength. And so it's not always coming in as a lion, like King of the Jungle, but it's also coming in as a lamb. So there's great qualities in this player. But also very discerning, like you know that game where you say one word or a phrase and then they think of automatically within like the first 2 seconds they're supposed to say whatever that comes to mind. They're very good at that. Or like concentration is the game, keep the rhythm, you know, that thing. They're good at games like that. Yeah, so they're good at thinking on their feet. Okay, this is an energy that is this is internal. Yes. I'm only speaking in like third person because I think it makes things a little bit more comfortable. But they are very hold on, let me just double check. Yes, they're very attracted to someone in their field. Actually, it's out of their arena, but this is like out of their maybe industry. Mm-hmm. I heard one reader call it as a risk, but I verified this and it's not a risk. Yeah. It's just very discerning. And the tower moment can, like, if we're talking on romantic terms, that's kind of like the Ace of Wands on blast. on super blast. Um yeah. Especially with the strength card, and then the King of Wands in reversal, and then the Tower card. Yeah. So I don't think I need to say very much here on that, but you know what I mean. Yeah, for sure. But that's crazy. All right. Anyway, my partner's in peace and quiet, which includes myself. You know, like how they have the super chat, super like, super whatever. That's like a super. That's a super something. That's funny. Okay. Anyway, give me a second. Oops. Oopsie derpsie. Okay. So yeah, partners in peace and quiet. Judgment in reverse. Okay. I've seen that before. Okay. Clarify by. Page of Swords. Learning. Okay. Clarified by. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So patience is exercised in here with something that may be legal and or illegal, but it's taking note. This may be someone who is studying for, is it LSAT? Whatever, like, the people have to do to, study for the bar exam. That's what it is. It could be that, because there's a lot of patience involved, like a loading process here. It's looking at other case studies. This is this is what I'm getting with the Two of Pentacles, like getting comparability between case studies to kind of clarify certain terms. What the frick? This is weird. So this is like feeling like you're back to the books, like not back to the drawing board, but back to like looking at like you feel like you're back in school again. Yeah. So this might be, let's say it's speaking about this in a positive sense, because the Page of Swords is an upright. It's kind of being reignited in learning new things, and kind of being able to pat yourself on the back for such learnings and contributions to validate one's own position while things are in flux, for sure. Yes, especially when other lives are involved and or at stake, and whether or not it has to deal with someone's freedom or let's say freedom and or imprisonment. Uh-huh. Like what the rewards and consequences are, basically, especially when things are in flux. Okay, so are we doing one or two takeaways? One, to keep it discreet. Because I really feel like that's a legal thing. All right, so or an illegal thing. There's a lot to consider there. So three takeaways from me. Okay, first one. Knight of Wands. Okay. Second clarifier. Ace of Swords. Okay. basically being confident with the messages I'm receiving. Because it's the absolute truth. And then... yeah, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Like I think there's like a Bible in here somewhere too. Yeah, by the book. You know, you see the lion with the book. Anyway, everything is seen. It's the sun coming down. That's crazy. I've never received such a thing before. Okay. Anyway, second takeaway. Nine of Cups in reverse. Personal happiness or a rewrite on, terms. What is, oh my gosh, what the heck? Okay. Okay, extroverted. Four of Wands, extroverted. Okay, and then this one just says this. Queen of Cups. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is feeling good. Okay, so this is, there's nothing to be concerned about with the Nine of Cups in reversal. This is like head over heels. What is that song? Is it Simple Minds? No, it's Tears for Fears. What is it? Head over heels? Head over. They're in the library, This is my four-leaf clover. That's crazy. Yeah, something like that. So Four of Wands, extroverted. So this is a personal delight. Like groove is in the heart type of energy, and she spins. Delight. That's crazy. I mean, like this, if I were a pretty little princess, I would be like, this is Elsa, and she's like, what do you call it? She's spinning around like a little fairy tale. I forget what she says. I can't think of her song right now, but that's okay. I'm good with that. But this is feeling home and hearth, and like delightful, like when Cinderella gets into like her fairy godmother lands her this gown and she spins off in it. That's what it looks like here. So Poseidon's coming through here because it's all underwater. And with a different kind of vengeance here. Like this is like Princess Diana's revenge dress. That's funny. Poseidon is evolving in the way he comes through. Interesting, or maybe very unique to what our personal relationship. So interesting, which is great because the person that I had to let go of that was very intensified in our supposed friendship. She is a water sign, and I know that she's done some heinous things under the scope of using that element. And so it's great to see Poseidon come through for me like this with the revenge dress kind of, with that energy and the vibes of this is feeling really great. And I had no idea that Poseidon was like a triple threat before Hades took the underworld and Zeus took the skies. So very, very interesting that I just found out in the past 24 hours, actually 12 hours maybe, or less. But this is interesting. Okay, so clarified by Destiny in reverse. Well, this is spinning the wheels. This is, oh, this is like four-wheeling. What is it? Three-wheeling it almost, like, what is it like? Hold on. It's in movement. It's like, again, back to like the watermill. So it gives it generates energy or electricity or whatever it is, like the watermill. So there's something about a give back, like a kickback to Poseidon, that this is a natural offering, based on the services that I render, because it's very much intuitive based and very much in good vibing, like it hits home for others, very, very much personal in their experience. Yeah, interesting. How cool is that? That is awesome. That is freaking great. I did not expect to receive such a reading. So anyway, my third takeaway. Thank you, Poseidon. Let me get one for Poseidon. Okay, from here. From the mystical tarot. Poseidon, what do you want to convey to me? So Poseidon. Poseidon. Granddaddy Poseidon. What would you like to tell me? What would you like to, well, tell me? Say. Tell me. Say. Okay, what would you like to say? Four of Pentacles in reversal. Oh. I'm presenting as the Four of Pentacles to others. So a personal sense of ownership, but then also looking at it, laying on my lap, like he's not going to micromanage me, nor is there greed upon my energy on the kickback. So I have no like qualm about the returns or the exchanges. This is self-sustaining basically in our partnership. Yeah. Like we refuel each other. Interesting. Okay, anything else that you want to say? Yes. Poseidon. What would you like to say? It's the King of Swords in reverse and Ace of Cups. Whoa, this is so crazy. This is so insane. Because like the videos that I saw on him so far, I did not know. I did not know this was not in the books from what I remembered, when I grew up. But remember, Poseidon has like a wrath like no other, like a fury like no other. So much so that it doesn't distinguish between, you know, who's loyal to him or not when things go down. But this one is saying, like, right after indicating an identifier for me, this is an indicator for himself. Like, hell hath no fury type of energy with Poseidon. And so, but this is signifying that is absolutely him with this creative, like, what is it also, like this, refueling, abundance, like replenishment, healer type of energy. So like, that's so cool. That's so crazy cool. That is crazy. Okay, anything? Thank you, Poseidon. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Hold on. Let me see if there's anything more. Is there anything more that you want to say? Whoa. Poseidon wants to say something more. Okay. This one? This one too? No, just this one. Okay. Ace of Wands. So, he can, earthquakes, what is it also? Storms. This is indicating storms, like, yeah. But this is also in link with Hecate magic as well. Oh, you know, hold. Yeah, he's saying like don't worry about it because Hecata's already on my, you know, on my panel. And so this is like a partnership, not just with him and I, but also with the inclusion and the direction and the force of Hecate. So this is quite magical at that. So this can also produce like biblical storms too with this like raptor here. Yeah, I don't remember seeing this many uh these kinds of clouds. Oh, look, there's a unicorn. There's unicorn cloud there. How crazy. Yeah, this is actually very much in link with everything. Yeah. How crazy is that? Hold on, my hair. There we go. Yeah. I You know what I think? I think that this chick, whatchamacallit, that friend that I had to say goodbye to, she uses different kinds of energies, and she was very particularly interested in like extraterrestrial energies, and I think she was siding along with what do you call it, reptilian energy. I don't know if reptilian is absolutely like opposed to me. I think I checked, and some are good to me. Let me check. They're very like finicky, volatile in their presentation, like very tricky energies. So I can't rely on just a singular source to tell me you know, yay or nay, because it's already mixed there. The vibes are very much mixed there. It's, yeah, volatile. So it could be finicky. It could be this one day, that this not, or like this era, or this portion, or whatever. And so, but yeah, I do remember not only was she showing signs of decay, but also her skin getting like very scaly, and very much rabid in her energy. So, that's what Poseidon and Hecate are ensuring me, is that we together, even singularly formed, trump that her, like, you know, supersede that, and OP her, and that OP that kind of energy, and like make this is a fierce force to be reckoned with type of energy. All right, Poseidon, anything else? Oh, Poseidon wants to say hello. Okay. Oh, so easy. That's it. Okay, death. Oh my god. And 8 of cups in reversal. Yeah. So they're saying that they will go to great lengths to ensure my prosperity, my comeback, my like if it comes to death, like they will breathe me back into life. But I mean, it's not even gonna go there. There's the seahorse energy right there. Oh my gosh, I've never seen that before. How crazy is that? On the 8 of cups, look on the staff. That's crazy. They will manifest me back, but this is more like this is a comeback energy. Like they will see things through, like to the death. That's what they said. Poseidon. Anything else? Oh my goodness. All right. Thank you for your protection. Okay. I think there's a firmness to this type of communication, because I have never, like, even with the Morrigan, it's just very the messages are definitely done with clarity, but like I've never seen like a determination to relay so much. You hear? Like speeding through. Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, coming to my rescue. Oh my goodness, how crazy is that? so that I don't have to always stand on business. I can, you know, sit, sit and conduct accordingly. Like, even just think about where the next pentacle is going, or caring for it, babying it. It's being well cared for, even in the boss position. Like, okay. Anything else, Poseidon? Wow. I feel like I'm Poseidon's baby girl with this type of energy. Queen of Wands, holy smokes. Yeah, this is to ensure my space as a head witch, basically. As Hecate ensured. So this is ensuring that all aspects of the Empress suit or all aspects of the Empress are visible, acknowledged, honored, in what appears to be like all upright forms. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, like, they are saying no part of this Empress is going to be dumbed down. This is so back to back. Anything more? Poseidon. From Hecate? From you? Okay, something you want to say to me? Okay, so now something more to say, but just to me. So those are basically decrees, affirmations on behalf of myself in conjunction with Hecate. And this one? Just this one? Okay. Temperance. Oh my gosh. I am very much chill, like kin to Poseidon, because like to get the Temperance card, very, very well balanced, very, very well balanced. This is like star card energy with the 1 foot in the water as well. Mushing in, and this is very interesting. That's so crazy. Oh, and they're saying like, if you're worried about like where your weight sits, this and that, like don't worry about it. Like, seriously, there are bigger things in life, and not to dumb down, like, you know, those worldly you know, those small world concerns, but like, seriously, to be in this kind of a position, just that worry would dumb, you know, this aspect down. This is a huge blessing. This is a huge one up. Thank you, Poseidon. Like, this is what Poseidon thinks of me. An alchemist of his realm. How crazy is that? That's so crazy. Thank you. Okay. Anything else? Oh, yeah. Okay. So this will land me into good dream state. The High Priestess in reverse and the Tower card in reverse. So this is about the follow through of, like, there are still some things to learn, but that's with everybody. So this is just about the follow through and going with that flow. Yeah, definitely. It's like riding with the wave. Yeah, riding with the waves. Like, instead of like rolling with the punches, it's riding with a wave. So like, what do you call it? There may be patternings with waves in how to ride them, but this is more like, what do you call it? It's still to each their own a bit, because, hold on, let me see, what is that? Yeah, there's still anomalies with sea movement. So anything else? Poseidon. That was it? Yeah, thank you, Poseidon. Okay, that was it. That's like, don't go too far on that. That was good. Thank you. How crazy is that? That's crazy. That's so good. Yeah, that's so good. It's like Atlantis energy. And this is, you see, underwater castle, and I'm very much within that frequency. That's so cool. That is so cool. All right. Okay, was that my second takeaway though? Part of like all of that? Yeah, okay, so I have one more takeaway. Okay. First takeaway. Extroverted. Four of Cups, extroverted in reversal. Great choice. Great choice doing this reading. Great choices thus far. There's no need to be like humdrum and sad and jaded in life, feeling apathy, like I'm stuck here, etc. No. This is a different kind of this is like I'm freeing myself, but I'm also feeling myself in the same aspect. Okay. I like it. It's good. It's good to me. Extroverted. King of Cups, extroverted. Very nice. Very nice. Oh gosh, it's the admirer. Ah, scary. Just kidding. It's that energy right there. Okay. Yeah, that one's external for sure. Coming through, coming through. Very much also Poseidon energy. Magician in reverse? There's a bit of ill intent here. Yeah, there's something here that's not right here. Not like Poseidon. They're trying to come off like Poseidon, but this is not Poseidon. Poseidon wouldn't vouch for this. Can I put this one back, Spirit? Poseidon? Poseidon said put it back. Okay, so I'm going to put it right upside. And, wait, do I put this one back too? I put that one back first. I can move backwards. Move backwards. Ask that energy. Get this one instead. Excuse me. The Lover's card. Upright. So that is correct. And then again, how to make it on my own. So King of Cups. I'm gonna put it upright and cut the deck to exchange with. Five of Wands. I mean, there may be a lot of competition, like suitors wise, but like that's not really my life anymore, like at all. The reflection of this is more like I'm good as is already. This is you know, how to represent for myself basically, and my upcoming kind, and this is my right crew. Like this is more than what people emerge with, you know, in one lifetime. So this is excellent. Especially from what I've, you know, gone through, for sure. All right, I'm going to get a couple clarifiers on this one for each, yeah? For the Lover's card. Ten of Wands in reverse. Yeah, release, like, the burden of, you know, the guessing game with other energies. What I have is good, like my riot crew and myself, and my strong like lifetime partnerships for sure. Like nothing extra. Okay, so 5 of Wands, clarifier. Okay. 4 of Swords in reversal, extroverted. Yeah, this is the clarifying part of like everything is there's a lot of clarity with my riot crew. There's recuperation. There's security with my dream state, my astral state, all of that. They're very trustworthy. I get back whatever's lost, exploited, forgotten, stolen, etc. Is recuperation of assets, including energy, time, etc. So they help me out a lot, a lot, a lot. So this is very, very good. How to make it on my own. Like it's already doing the thing. Okay, where's my? Okay, that's it for now. Thanks very much for all donations provided. In and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. But now that this reading is officially over and I get to go night sleepy time, morning sleepy time, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, properties, passions, pursuits, and prospects from those that call upon, cast, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, or any variation thereof the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought form, pattern, and or entity to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting to love and light energy, and to be refortified in me, only me, hassle free, no doubt and no attachment, except for all bonus points included. Thanks so much. Upon closing the portals in these readings, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of roll out and light and love. I close the portals in these readings now. Oop.